This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Roughly 24 hours ago, it was announced that the U.S. and Iran had reached a temporary ceasefire after weeks of conflict. Earlier today, Senator Susan Collins joined us in studio for an in-depth conversation about the ceasefire and other issues. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. Collins expressed relief over the newly reached ceasefire and also discussed her vote against the Senate measure concerning congressional approval for military action in Iran. Take a listen.
If the president commits boots on the ground, sends ground troops to Iran, I believe that congressional authorization for such action is completely required under the War Powers Act, or if the military hostilities last 60 days or more, again, I think that congressional approval is necessary, and I would not vote to approve troops on the ground nor an extension beyond 60 days unless there is a dramatic change.
Well, Senator Collins also discussed the impact of gas prices and the price of heating oil, saying she is a strong supporter of the Low-Income Heating Assistance Program. She said that the president's budget proposes to eliminate that program, but she said she will work to actually increase the funding instead. In other news today, Maine lawmakers narrowly passed a bill that aims to keep federal immigration enforcement officers out of private areas in public spaces and protect private records. LD 2106 affects public schools, state post-secondary educational institutions, healthcare and childcare facilities, family childcare providers, and public libraries. It says anyone acting on behalf of these facilities cannot consent to allow immigration enforcement officers or officers supporting such operations to enter a non-public area of these public facilities. The bill also prohibits the officers from obtaining or even reviewing student, patient, or library records and requires the Attorney General to develop guidance for these facilities.
Even during the first Trump administration, we know that ICE did not go into hospitals or courtrooms or schools. There's no reason that this bill can't restore those protections. We need this bill to restore what we had before, to keep our economy safe, to keep our friends and neighbors safe, and to keep the state working.
We're effectively telling our public schools, our libraries, and our healthcare facilities that they should view federal law enforcement not as partners in public safety, but as entities to be managed, restricted, feared, and completely shut out.
Well, following lengthy testimony, ultimately the House voted to pass LD 2106 77-70. The bill now heads to the Senate. Elliot Cutler was back in court today asking that he be released on bail following 4 alleged probation violations. Cutler appeared virtually from jail. His attorney spoke about the alleged probation violations, saying they are non-criminal offenses and that Cutler has already served 60 days in jail. He asked that Cutler be released from jail and be confined to his home. He also said restrictions pertaining to the internet and electronic devices would remain in place. Prosecutors, however, argued that Cutler has not adhered to his probation thus far, with alleged violations including seeking escort services, possessing unmonitored devices and pornography, and other alleged attempts to circumvent the terms of his probation. They asked that Cutler continue to be held without bail.
I can't find a bail that would be sufficient to guarantee that Mr. Cutler will not violate his bail while he's out again, and that I'm not satisfied for motions to revoke pre-conviction, post-conviction bail, that there are any conditions that the court can set. So for those reasons, I'm denying the motion to amend bail or set bail.
It is unclear when Cutler will be back in court regarding those alleged probation violations. A Down East community is considering whether to overturn a nearly century-old ban put in place for conservation and public safety. As our Alex Schley tells us, while there is broad agreement that the deer population needs to be addressed, there are also real concerns about what changing that policy could mean for public safety.
On May 11th, Tremont voters will decide whether to allow limited deer hunting by residents and property owners.
So the deer population is very large.
Hunting has been prohibited anywhere on Mount Desert Island since the 1930s.
You can see anywhere between 20 to 100 in an evening drive between Southwest and Tremont.
As both the human and deer population in Tremont have grown, officials say so have the number of incidents.
Very common to have deer vehicle crashes. They are constantly causing nuisances with people's gardens and landscaping.
State wildlife officials say this is not the first time deer numbers have become a concern for Mountain Desert Island communities.
Really every 5 or 10 years with some town on MDI where they talk about different deer removal options, and those planning things, they get to various stages, but they usually fall short.
Town officials say that at the request of residents, any approved hunting would be strictly regulated.
Archery and shotgun only. You have to be a Tremont resident or a property owner in Tremont to do it. You'll have to come here to the town office to verify that information and get a permit. It is required to be from a fixed blind or a tree stand, so there's no walking through the woods looking for a deer.
Hunters would also need landowners' permission, and property owners would be required to disclose where stands are located. If passed, the ordinance would allow hunting each November for 3 years, before going back to the select board for review. In Tremont, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Maine State Police say a new scam is targeting individuals registered on the sex offender registry who are on probation in Maine. State Police say a letter is being mailed to individuals claiming there has been a data migration error in their records management system, and they need the person to email personal identifying information to an email address listed on the letter. State Police say neither the Maine Sex Offender Registry nor the Maine Department of Corrections would send a letter asking an individual to send such sensitive information in this format, and they say if you get a letter like this, report it to the Sex Offender Registry at 207-624-7270 or call local law enforcement. The Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife took time to recognize exceptional service among its ranks, including naming Game Warden Sergeant Chad Robertson Game Warden of the Year. According to the department, Robertson is a 13-year veteran of the Maine Warden Service and patrols the greater Skowhegan area. They say Warden Robertson is consistently one of the busiest wardens out there, producing strong cases on a variety of violations like night hunting, hunting big game in closed seasons, bag limit violations, illegal hunting by felons, and other issues. Robertson has also played a significant role in recruiting and training new wardens and serves as a canine handler. The department says he and his canine Storm were deployed 24 times in 2025 and located 6 missing individuals. Congratulations to Warden Robertson on that recognition. RSU 63 serves the towns of Clifton, Holden, and Eddington. Monday night, RSU 63's school board voted to close the Eddington Elementary School. As our Callie Warren explains, the closure is not immediate, and there is a long process ahead.
The emotions are across the board. Nobody wants to close the school.
With just 116 pre-K to first graders attending classes at the Eddington Elementary School and around 12 full-time teachers to instruct them, the RSU 63 school board is concerned that keeping classrooms open is costing taxpayers more in the long run.
Enrollment's down, funding's down, and our number one priority is the kids and their services and the resources. So, we have to keep the kids, the students in the forefront with the decisions that we make.
With the Eddington School needing building repairs and state funding being cut due to lower enrollment numbers, school board members say that the school staying open is creating a roughly $500,000 budget shortfall. They say a school closure would not affect educators' jobs, but the matter remains contentious among local taxpayers.
With the tax rate going up as a result of revaluation and everything else, we've got to do what we can to cut taxes.
There is no saving, no difference in students and special education because you have to have the same amount of staff, you have the same needs for the students.
The board voted Tuesday night to close the school 6-2, though a long process still remains.
The superintendent kind of puts a report together that then goes to the state. The state will then determine if the building is needed or not. And from there, it will go to a referendum between the 3 towns.
Callie Warren reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And let's pause now, folks, for our first look at our forecast.
All right, thank you very much, Beth. Here we go. Temperatures out there today hanging out near 40 for a high. That's not normal. Tomorrow, though, near 50, and then we're going to go for 60 for some areas on Friday afternoon. So here we go, right? Outside today, though, the sunshine felt fantastic. April sunshine's got some oomph to it, right? But overall, clear skies tonight. A nice day for us tomorrow. There could be a couple rain showers with this system here back in the forecast on Friday evening. Other than that, though, we are dry likely until Friday evening. All right. Going forward, though, so out there tonight, clear skies for everybody. There could be a few areas of dense fog tonight. That won't be a big deal. And then finally, some increasing clouds on Thursday. And then by Friday or so, some sprinkles in the area. It will not be a big system. The bigger system gets in here probably after the weekend, Monday into Tuesday of next week. So our forecast then for tonight, though, is mostly clear skies, a bit cool out there, with low temperatures in the 20s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
Jeff, thank you so much. Coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, our Alexa Kennedy was in Brooklyn to highlight a Maine boatyard receiving state support to grow advanced marine technology. And Hudson University holds its 8th annual Giving Day fundraiser campaign. We'll have those stories and more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
You bought your Toyota because Toyota is the longest lasting brand. You put your trust in Toyota's reputation for quality. Now put your trust in Toyota-trained certified technicians who install genuine Toyota parts to help keep your Toyota a Toyota. April is our tire savings event. You could save on tires at your New England Toyota dealer with limited time offers. Trust the experts at Toyota Service Centers and keep your Toyota a Toyota.
Are you in need of remodeling your bathroom? Want to convert your tub into a safe walk-in shower? Call the experts at Bangor Bathrooms by Design now. They offer complete bathroom remodels, and from start to finish, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call them now and save thousands. 659-6457. Enjoy that brand new bathroom you've always wanted from Bangor Bathrooms by Design. Transforming bathrooms, elevating lives.
At the County Federal Credit Union, we value the trust our members place in us to act in their best interest. Whether it's providing low rates on consumer loans or raising money to end hunger, we work hard to serve our members and the communities in which they live. We are excited to bring the meaningful and impactful work we do to all Mainers as we continue to grow. Wherever you are in life's journey, count on the county to be your financial partner.
I found the University Studies program, and the people were fantastic, and they helped me understand how I could really pretty easily become part of UMaine, become part of that program, and showed me that within about 2 years I could have my degree. What I like about being able to study anywhere is probably this. I can literally be outside on the deck. I can be in my house, I can be in another country doing my schoolwork, and it just works really well for my for the life that I have.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. A Mid-Coast Maine boatyard is getting a major boost from the state aimed at expanding advanced marine technology while preserving traditional craftsmanship. Our Alexa Kennedy tells us more.
Brooklyn Boatyard was awarded a $1.5 million zero-interest loan through the Maine Technology Institute. The funding will support construction of a new service building complete with an advanced composites room and expanded machine shop. Since 1960, the business has specialized in custom boat building, which has grown to blend traditional wooden craftsmanship with modern technology. Chief Operating Officer Nick Carter says the timing aligned well with increasing customer demand.
Just in the last 5 years, we've seen really substantial growth. It's been a good market for boats. We're applying new techniques all the time, and as the technology advances, we're really incorporating that into our boats.
The state's investment is part of a broader push to drive growth in Maine's innovation economy. At Brooklyn Boatyard, that means blending technology with tradition.
We've always stayed much more grounded in kind of old school craftsmanship than most any other place has. But we still have to embrace all the modern technology in order to stay up to date and stay competitive in a modern boat building environment.
The Brooklyn Boatyard team says the technology will be used to aid employees rather than replace them.
We're replacing kind of the lower skilled, less fun parts that don't necessarily teach boat building. They're not part of our track that gets people to be skilled craftsmen.
Brooklyn Boatyard President Brian Larkin says the upgrades will also improve working spaces for employees and eventually create new job opportunities. In Brooklyn, Alexa Kennedy, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Always need to get an inside look at such an amazing craft. Well, the Husson University campus was bursting with school spirit for the 8th annual Giving Day and 1st annual Spirit Day. Giving Day is a 24-hour fundraising campaign that supports clubs, sports, and academics. A staple of the event is the Cash Cab, a decked-out security card inspired by the Cash Cab television show. Students donate at least $5 for a chance to ride in the cart answering Husson-themed trivia questions. However, 3 wrong answers and you're immediately kicked right out of the cart. Organizers hope to show how much fun it can be to give back.
What we're trying to do is bring the entire Husson community together to spread the message that it doesn't matter how much you give, it's the fact that you give that really makes a big impact.
Now, today also marked the 1st annual Husson Spirit Day. Students, faculty, and alumni were encouraged to wear green and gold attire. Husson University's president says the hope is to further elevate their sense of community.
Gives lots of visibility for how much enthusiasm and commitment to the Husson mission that we have here on our campus, and it also allows our alumni to be connected, whether they have their Husson sweatshirts or a mug through social media. They can still be committed and connected regardless of their location across the country or throughout the world.
Well, still to comment on ABC 7 News at 6 in sports, the Herman softball team is looking to make another run at states this spring. And we'll have that story after the break.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Welcome to outdoor living. Welcome to Granville Stone and Hearth. Goodness knows we've been cooped up long enough. Make plans now to enjoy the outside of your home too. Come to Granville and see, touch, and imagine what you can do in your backyard. Light a path, light a fire, grill a meal, sit a bit. It's all in stock. There's a staycation right outside your door with expert help from Granville, one of the largest outdoor living suppliers in Maine. Granville Stone and Hearth, Main Road, Holden.
When I was 29, I was diagnosed with cancer. And I think part of research and advocating for more money for cancer research allows survivors to have more time. Senator Collins supports and advocates for more funding for cancer research so that people can have better treatments, they can have better outcomes, and therefore they can live better lives as cancer survivors. Thank you, Senator Collins. Continue fighting for our families.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Welcome back in, everyone. As spring season continues to ramp up, we'll take the short ride over to Herman High School, where the defending North Champ Hawks prepare to make another run at a state title. Last season, the Hawks finished with a 17-2 record, won Class B North, but they would ultimately fall to Madomic Valley 1-0 in the state title game. But this is a new season, and the team is just as excited to be back out on the field with another opportunity ahead of them.
I mean, it feels great. I feel like we're all, when we're not in season, we're always like talking about it. So to be able to be out here and like see our team is really nice.
It feels really good. We're all really excited and grateful to be back out here. We have a really nice turf field so we can get outside, start playing actually on the turf.
Every season, veterans leave the program and new faces join the team. Last week, the Hawks held tryouts for the varsity squad, welcomed 3 new players to their roster. Head coach Stephanie Bieberstein says not only is the on-field talent important, but recruiting high-character athletes is equally as crucial.
I mean, obviously we look at talent, but we talk to our kids about the fact that we need coachability, we need attitudes, and we need a team chemistry. So we're assembling. I talked to them about we're assembling kind of a puzzle, and we're looking for all the pieces that will fit into the puzzle.
Sorry for butchering your name there, Coach. We'll have more from the Hawks later on. Well, hockey fans, the Boston Bruins have a 99% chance to make the playoffs with just 3 games remaining, and the Bees just added some firepower for the push. Boston signed 2025 7th overall pick James Higgins to his entry-level contract. The Boston College Eagle signed an AHL deal with Providence back in March to begin his pro career, but many assumed this call-up was coming before season's end. Higgins led the Hockey East in scoring this past season, 23 goals and 24 assists. Bruins fans hoping the 5'11", 193-pound forward can have an impact as the Bees make a run at the postseason. Staying in Boston following their 3rd win of the year on Tuesday night, the Red Sox had a quick turnaround. We're right back at it on Wednesday at 1:35, looking for a series win. Sonny Gray on the bump for the Sox. He had a great day. Here he is in the 3rd, 2 in scoring position. He fans a batter to get out of the inning. Next frame, Wilson Contreras up with the bases loaded. He draws the walk. 1-0 Sox. Then it's going to be Wilyer Abreu's turn. He drives one hard at former Red Sox David Hamilton there at second base, takes a wild hop to the shortstop who fires it to first, but Abreu gets there safe with an RBI single. Top of the 7th now. Gray still on the bump. His day would be done after this out. 6 1/3 innings, no earned runs, and 2 strikeouts for Gray. Exactly the type of performance the Sox needed. Bottom of the frame now. Story's bat is heating up. He pokes a single out to left center, which scores a run as the Sox take the series against the now 8-4 Brewers with this 5-0 win. Big time win for the Sox. For now, that's all the time we have for sports. Here is your full 5-day forecast.
All right, thank you. Rogan's Memorials give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning with locations in Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln. All right, talking weather out there for us today. A gorgeous day sunshine-wise across the area. That April sunshine's got some oomph to it. It feels great, but it was a bit cool. Average high temperatures near 40 today. We should be in the upper 40s. We're not, but tomorrow we'll likely get there, followed by 60 or so. Could be in the forecast for us later on Friday into Saturday. Today, though, 41 here in Bangor, 39 Millinocket. It still kind of feels like winter, right? But again, warmer temperatures are on the way. Already here across the Midwest today, 80s and 70s out here. Those are going to stay there, but we do have 60s on the way for us in the 5-day forecast briefly before we get a bit cooler middle portions of next week. All right, the wind out there today, basically non-existent, around 5 to 10 miles per hour. We'll take it. This will likely go calm for a couple hours tonight. That could give us some dense fog tonight. Most of us will not see that. Then overall, the wind does come back tomorrow. It could gust near 25 miles per hour throughout the afternoon. But overall, right now, waves out there of 1 to 2 feet across our area. That's rare around here, as you know. But the winds are going to pick up tomorrow and likely bring some more waves throughout the afternoon and likely into Friday as well. So for right now, there are no advisories for anybody currently. That's rare for us too. We'll likely get a small craft advisory in here though. It could be as soon as tomorrow evening, if not throughout the day on Friday. So going forward, sunshine back in the forecast for us for tomorrow, also on Friday, but then increasing clouds Friday afternoon and evening. It could give us a few areas of sprinkles Friday night. 60s are in the forecast for us on Friday, and then more showers Friday evening. A better chance for rain gets in here most likely later Sunday, but more so Monday and Tuesday, and that could be some locally heavy rainfall then. For us today though, lots of clear skies across the state, looking pretty good. To the west of us though, still nothing there. High pressure is built in. We're good for tomorrow, good through most of Friday, followed by a part of this system here will be in the neighborhood on Friday afternoon, which could give us a couple sprinkles. It will not be a big deal. The bigger deal is still upstream from here. That could bring us a better storm system getting in here later on Monday and Tuesday. All right, so for tonight, looking at mostly clear skies tonight, clear skies throughout the day tomorrow, and then increasing clouds late tomorrow, but more so on Friday, and there could be a couple sprinkles, especially Friday evening as a little system in the neighborhood. That will not be a big deal. Again, the bigger rain gets in here probably Monday and Tuesday. If you want some rainfall, I'm running this through Friday about noon or so. Again, not much at all, but then beyond that, we're talking Monday and Tuesday, there could easily be another half inch or inch of rainfall on the way. It looks definitely more wet across the region for us next week. Our forecast time for tonight, though, is lots of clear skies, lows down near 24 for tomorrow. All right, mostly sunny, highs near 50. We'll take it. Then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast includes 60 on Friday, 52 Saturday, and rain is back in the forecast late Sunday, but more so Monday of next week.
Thank you, Jeff, and we will be right back.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road and the drive to help more families in Maine. April is Autism Awareness Month, and Autos for Autism is back. That means you can join your local Napa Auto or Truck Care Center and your Coastal Auto Parts location to help families living with autism right here in Maine. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
My name is Rebecca Babrot, and I'm studying my master's in social work at the University of Maine. After high school, I went to college in upstate New York, but then got involved with life and family, so I had a college education but no degree. When I first thought about going back to school, it seemed really intimidating.
One of the great things about an online program is that you can combine studying as part of your day.
I'm actually studying right now.
It's such a great feeling to have made myself important in the process and to continue my education.
Is that a compression nut?
Oh! Ah! Ow.
We got a duct taper.
I'm Barry Higgins from Maple Lane Farm. We have our own beef herd here. We're on about 800 head, and it's raised right here on the farm. And we go direct to the consumer. No middleman, all natural, good old-fashioned Maine beef. Our quality is unbeatable. We have specials on Facebook every week. We guarantee our product 100%, whether it be beef, pork, or chicken. And we have a small selection of lamb also.
Maple Lane Farm, a candy store for a carnivore.
Today, finalists in Maine's annual Farm to School Cook-Off faced off in a final battle at Bangor High School, with one team being crowned Cook-Off champion. Since March, school nutrition teams from across the state have been competing in a competition hosted by the Maine Department of Education. This annual tradition, now in its 11th year, promotes the use of local foods in school meals and aims to highlight school nutrition programs.
So we really want to promote all the great work that's happening in school nutrition programs across Maine. We really are a leader in the country and the Northeast when it comes to local foods and school meals.
Ultimately crowned Team Nourish Kids of RSU 22 as the cook-off champions. They were presented a plaque and will be invited back to help judge next year's competition. All recipes presented during the cook-off will now be compiled into a cookbook for other school nutrition teams to reference. So we just keep paying it forward there. Alrighty, folks, that is going to do it for us. From everyone here at ABC 7 News, take care and have a great rest of your night. And for more, join us over on Fox 22 News tonight at 6:30.
tonight, President Trump agrees to a 2-week ceasefire.
I think that you did more damage to the plaintiff's house than the $500 security deposit. Unfortunately, this is not a combination of Dr. Phil and a court. So I can't give her any judicial relief for the fact that she may have been incapacitated for a period of time during the course of the past year. Your lease is specific, and she is contractually obligated to make an attempt to give you notice within 21 days of your termination of the lease or your vacating the property of the specifics laid out, specifically what she is alleging. She failed to do that, and therefore her case is dismissed. We're done. Thank you.
Thank you. Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
My opinion's the only one that counts.
The guy said he wouldn't receive anything I sent.
If there was damage, as she's alleged, she would have had her attorney contact me.
They said they were Christian. Christian people don't do that.
We are Christians, and the reason why this case is successful is because the truth came out.
Christian people don't destroy people's homes.
She didn't follow her own lease agreement.
They just got away with it.
There is no case, and there never was.
This is Fox 22 News Tonight.
Roughly 24 hours ago, it was announced that the U.S. and Iran had reached a temporary ceasefire after weeks of conflict. Earlier today, Senator Susan Collins joined us in studio for an in-depth conversation about the ceasefire and other issues. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. Senator Collins expressed relief over the newly reached ceasefire and also discussed her vote against the Senate measure concerning congressional approval for military action in Iran.
If the president commits boots on the ground, sends ground troops to Iran, I believe that congressional authorization for such action is completely required under the War Powers Act, or if the military